welcome to News Tonight with me, Deepthi. Before we move into all the stories for today in detail, let's have a quick look at the top headlines. The UP announces Hamid Ansari as their vice presidential nominee despite the Trinamool's opposition. Sushma Swaraj says BJP cannot back Hamid Ansari after his role in the local fiasco in the Rajya Sabha. RTI activist Akhil Gogoi claims he has footage that proves the complicity of a News Live reporter, the channel which filmed the Guwahati molestation. Top leaders in Haryana determined to take action say those found guilty of carrying out female feticide should be charged with murder. But here's India's reality. 2 baby girls abandoned in Rajasthan. One dies after being thrown on a railway track. Jayalalitha has complained that there is inadequate allotment of Hajj quota. Karunanidhi revives TESO to see its first conference on August 12th. News in detail. Hamid Ansari is set to make history as the second person in India with 2 terms as vice president. Sonia Gandhi, as chairperson of UPA, announced Mr. Ansari as its candidate. Within minutes, the Samajwadi Party and Mayawati's Bahujan Samaj Party extended their support. The numbers are comfortably in Mr. Ansari's favour. But key UPA member Mamata Banerjee is not on board and is unlikely to come around. The UPA meet today was attended by Mukul Roy on behalf of Ms. Banerjee's Trinamool Congress.
Shri Mohammed Hamid Ansari will complete shortly a term as the Vice President of India. He has presided over the Rajya Sabha with dignity and distinction. The UPA is honoured to nominate him as its candidate for a second term as Vice President of India.
Hamid Ansari வந்து காங்கிரஸ் கூட்டணி சார்பா வேட்பாளர் அறிவிச்சா நீங்க ஆதரவு தெரிவிப்பீங்களா? Hamid Ansari
ஆதரிப்பீங்களா கேக்குறீங்க? அநேகமாக அவரைத்தான் அறிவிப்பார் என்று எதிர்பார்க்கிறேன்.
நீங்க எது பரிந்துரை பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? நீங்க எது பரிந்துரை
பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? அவர் யாருக்கு பரிந்துரை பண்ணல.
I have told them that I will communicate to my party, and as because agenda is not known to my party, so I will let you know that what will be our stand.
Meanwhile, murky details are emerging about the Guwahati molestation case in which a young girl was harassed by a mob of over 50 people. RTI activist Akhil Gogoi has now levelled a serious allegation against the reporter of News Live, the local Assamese channel which filmed the molestation. Gogoi claims the channel's reporter Gaurav Jyoti, who was off duty at that time, was present at the scene and in fact was complicit in the beastly act that took place on Monday. He says he is in possession of a raw footage that would prove his charges, but that it cannot be shown at a public forum. Gogoi has now demanded a forensic test of that footage.
आज मैंने इसका थोड़ा सा रॉ फुटेज दिखाया था, रॉ वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग दिखाया था, जहां में इसका पूरा ये सबूत था कि इस पूरा इंसिडेंट को प्लान किया हुआ था एक जर्नलिस्ट का हाथ से। मेरा फर्स्ट डिमांड है कि इस जर्नलिस्ट को अरेस्ट करना। नंबर 2, ये पूरा कैसेट इस मीडिया हाउस में था, लेकिन इसको दबाया हुआ था, इसको छुपाया हुआ था, इसको ये किया हुआ था। दूसरा एक कलर दे के ये फोकस हुआ तो क्या हुआ था, इसीलिए इस मीडिया हाउस को पूरा ब्लैक लिस्टेड करना पड़ेगा।
I think it's appalling. I think it's disgusting, and I think it's a shame for all of us. And we have to not apportion blame, but we now have to ensure that collectively, as a people, as a nation, we ensure that this comes to an end. It's completely inhuman. What has been done was completely inhuman, and my heart goes out to that young girl who so courageously and bravely fought off those terrible, inhuman molestations.
Meanwhile, Minister of Information and Broadcasting Ambika Soni says that the media should sensitively handle the molestation case.
गुवाहाटी के इंसिडेंट को लेके और इस तरह के और भी बहुत इंसिडेंट्स बदकिस्मती से मुल्क में कई जगह पर उभर कर आते हैं, मैं समझती हूँ कि मीडिया अगर इसको सेंसिटिवली हैंडल करे कि जो लोग इन ऐसे हादसों से पीड़ित होते हैं उनकी सेंसिटिविटीज को मद्देनजर रखते हुए मीडिया का एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रोल है उजागर करना, लोगों का ध्यान इसकी तरफ खींचना।
A big step seems to have been taken in possibly correcting Haryana's skewed sex ratio. The Mahapanchayat, or meeting of village councils that congregated in Jind today, has found unanimity and proposed that female feticide should be treated on par with homicide and murder. At least 200 KAP or caste council leaders from Haryana and neighbouring Uttar Pradesh and Delhi were a part of this meet. In a reflection of the dismal situation for the girl child in Rajasthan, 2 newborn girls were found abandoned in 2 parts of the state, including the capital. Meanwhile, authorities are investigating an alarming trend of babies being killed by denying them feed or treatment. A baby born premature was found lying near the tracks at Jagatpura by people after the Agra Ajmer train left the station and died in the hospital. In another scene, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh lauded the Rural Development Ministry over Mahatma Gandhi's National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. While releasing the MGNREGA review report in Delhi, Singh called for strengthening of Panchayati Raj institutions or local bodies in order to enable them to generate employment in rural areas. He's highlighted that this act is the UPA government's most popular flagship program.
Panchayati Raj institutions have to gear themselves to play the central role assigned to them under this scheme, and we have to provide resources to equip the panchayats to perform these functions effectively. If these local bodies can rise to the challenge, the Mahatma Gandhi Narega can very well become a silver bullet for India's rural renewal. In 2010-11, nearly 5.50 crore families, or nearly 1 in 4 rural households, were provided over 250 crores person days of work under the program. This is a sharply higher figure than the 90 crore person days of work provided in the first year of the scheme in 2006-07.
More news and updates on the other side of a very short break. Stay with us.